If you don't change the script, I'm gonna call my dragon. She said then sued. Now popularity dragon. Going for an order. Not executive but gag. Let me take over. I'm gonna call my drag. Oh, SDNY Deposition Blues. Stupid lawsuit all over the news. Hollywood Hearsay is the book. Counterclaim is the chance I took. No seat in Big Easy, Tribeca for the game. Ever since takeover fizzled, oh, nothing's been the same. If you don't change the script, I'm gonna call my dragon. She said then sued, now popularity dragon. Oh, SDNY Deposition Blues. Stupid lawsuit all over the news. Hollywood Hearsay is the book. Counterclaim is the chance I took.
Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here at the Southern District of New York. We've just covered the hearing in Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni. Much of the discussion was about, quote, gag orders, about what can and can't be said outside of the court. Now, Blake Lively's lawyers and related parties have all been sort of fronting out here outside the court, but they didn't speak on the microphone. I will say that Mr. Brian Friedman of Justin Baldoni did speak on the mic, although he also agreed to consent to the local rules about extrajudicial statements. Who knows? Judge Lyman said it's going to give rise to satellite litigation about the conduct of lawyers. We're generally against gag orders, and that's one of the reasons we're interested in this case. And of course, we've covered other cases. We've covered carrying Eric Adams, Diddy. We covered Rudy Giuliani, but we're going to cover this one too, maybe in a book. Let's see. You never know. Covering a lot of things here. Inner City Press, to be continued.
Hollywood Hearsay, Blake Lively v. Justin Baldoni, Part 1. By Matthew Russell Lee. Gag order hearing day at SDNY. A movie with an anti-domestic violence message has resulted in charges of sexual harassment by a woman who downplayed the DV aspect of the film against a man who played it up, then countersued for defamation. It ends with us? Not really. On February 3, 2025, Kurt Wheelock went in early to the SDNY to live tweet the hearing on the lawyer's out-of-court statements. Outside the courthouse, there were paparazzi. Kurt filmed them, then went in. At 11 a.m., Judge Louis J. Lehman came in to an all-rise. He asked Justin Baldoni's lawyer why he had filed a 168-page narrative with his amended complaint. "It's a timeline," Brian Friedman said. Blake Lively's lawyers, including one fresh from the collection action against Rudy Giuliani before Judge Lyman, said Friedman was violating New York State rules for lawyers. Judge Lyman, with Friedman not objecting, applied the rules to the cases. As Kurt Wheelock Live tweeted, some replied that the case was trending right-wing. Other, more serious, followed urged him to go back to covering real crimes. But when he did, a fentanyl dealing case resulting on a 5-year sentence, those same serious people did not respond in any way. Anyway, he could do both. And this lively case reflected something about the culture, about the moment. But what? Nudity writer? Publicist machinery exposed. The battle to control a TikTok-promoted movie. Intimacy coordinator on a nudity writer. Weaponized with scene control. Rough talk from Mint Mobile. Pitchman Me Too on the ballot. Rotten tomatoes thrown off a penthouse roof, thrown to the dogs below. It began with a filing to the California Civil Rights Commission to get a right to sue letter. This is usually accomplished with a short online filing. But Lively went longer and gave the draft to the New York Times. That way it would arguably fall under the litigation privilege. And when Baldoni sued the Times in California State Court, he opened himself up to potentially having to pay the Times legal fees under the state's anti-SLAPP law. Inner City Press has won an anti-SLAPP fee award in a case about its SDNY coverage, a win in federal court applying the state's law.